Arsenal have told William Saliba he'll be involved in Mikel Arteta's plans next season. Arsenal reportedly plan to bring William Saliba back into the fold next season despite his shaky start under Mikel Arteta. The French defender signed a 5-year deal with the Gunners in 2019 and was thought to be the man set to stabilise their defensive woes in recent seasons. But Saliba is still yet to make a Premier League appearance for the North London side, having been on loan spells at Saint-Etienne, Nice and now Marseille. Questions were raised about Saliba's long-term future after he was stripped of the number 4 shirt at Arsenal following Ben White's £50 million arrival and was ultimately sent on loan to Marseille for the season. But respected transfer journalist Fabrizio Romano claims Arsenal are happy with his progress so far and have told him he'll be in Mikel Arteta's plans next season. Arsenal are following William Saliba's progress closely, they are really happy with the French centre-back, Romano tweeted. Arsenal told Saliba weeks ago that they trust him 100% for the future. He joined Marseille on loan to play all games as starter, then he'll be back. The 20-year-old has played a key role for Jorge Sampaoli's Marseille this term so far, having featured in 9 matches to date. Saliba will hope regular playing time in League One and the Europa League this season will leave him in a position to push for a starting spot under Arteta next year. But with White and Gabriel Magalhaes now looking like the preferred partnership and Pablo Mari and Rob Holding ahead of him in the pecking order, there is still plenty of work to be done. Discussing the decision to send Saliba on loan for a 3rd time this summer, Arteta previously stated he wanted the youngster to be playing week in, week out to be ready for Arsenal next season. Arsenal handed major boost as Dusan Vlahovic turns down new Fiorentina contract. Arsenal have been handed a major boost in their reported pursuit of Dusan Vlahovic after it was confirmed that the Fiorentina striker has turned down several lucrative contract offers to remain at the Italian club. Mikel Arteta's side remain in the market for a striker to replace Alexandre Lacazette, who is expected to depart on a free transfer at the end of the season. Vlahovic scored 21 goals in 37 Serie A appearances last season and has since drawn interest from several Premier League clubs including the Gunners, Manchester City and Tottenham. Despite speculation in the summer, Vlahovic decided to stay at Fiorentina for now, with the Italian club hopeful of being able to tie their star man down to a new long-term contract that would keep him at the club past the end of next season. But despite the best efforts, Fiorentina have been unable to convince the Serbia international to sign a new deal. Stuttgart confirm they will sign Arsenal defender Konstantinos Mavropanos permanently on one condition. Stuttgart intend on making the loan signing of Arsenal's Konstantinos Mavropanos a permanent one, but only if they stay in the Bundesliga this season. The Greek centre-back is spending his 2nd season on loan at the German club, where he is proving to be a big hit. He has started all 7 of Stuttgart's games so far this campaign, scoring twice, most recently at the weekend in a big win over Hoffenheim. The Greece international is very unlikely to have a future back at the Emirates, and although Stuttgart suffers something of a surprise relegation, he looks certain to stay on in the Bundesliga with them. Former Arsenal head of recruitment Sven Mislintat is now Stuttgart sporting director and he has revealed the nature of the deal his current club has in place with his former employers. Mislintat said, via The Sun, "We have a purchase obligation of €3 million, £2.5 million, if we remain in the league. It is not out of the question that Stuttgart could be relegated, but they are certainly not one of the favourites, starting the season with 2 wins, 2 draws and 3 losses." Nigel Winterburn expects Bernd Leno to leave Arsenal in the next 12 months after Mikel Arteta made Gunners summer signing Aaron Ramsdale his first-choice goalkeeper. Leno now faces a huge fight to regain his place in the team, but Winterburn is not giving the German much hope and believes he will be leaving the club, either in January or next summer. "My gut feeling is that Bernd Leno will leave Arsenal," Winterburn, who won 2 titles and 2 FA Cups with the Gunners, told Paddy Power. "It may not be in January, but it's hard for a goalkeeper who's been first choice to suddenly not be anymore, and it's obvious that he isn't. Mikel Arteta will say that it's based on performances, but Leno would say, "We had 3 heavy defeats, but I didn't do too much wrong." Sometimes a manager gets a gut feeling that he must change something, and he'll know current results aren't acceptable. Whilst he's not blaming anyone individually, he's made a decision to change the team up. Arsenal had issues with COVID-19 and injuries at the start of the season, but they've settled down a bit now. Leno will be gone, but Arsenal can't afford to let him go until they've got somebody in. There's no way they can let him go and stick with the other goalkeepers they have. Arsenal will consider loaning out Folarin Bolagun when the January transfer window opens. The 18-year-old striker signed a contract extension last summer after threatening to leave the club on a free transfer. However, Balagun still faces strong competition for playing time with Alexandre Lacazette and Pierre-Emerick also in the first-team squad. Mikel Arteta and Edu are now considering a loan move for the English teenager. Football London has reported. It is likely to be a short-term loan deal until the end of the 2021-22 season. Balagun made his Premier League debut in the season opener against Brentford but failed to have an impact as the Gunners went down 2-0. Martin Odegaard reveals struggles at Real Madrid before Arsenal transfer. Martin Odegaard admits he struggled to adapt to Real Madrid's dressing room and found it difficult to make friends before his return to Arsenal this summer. Of course there were many tough periods, Odegaard told TV2 when asked about his time at Real Madrid. "I experienced a lot with both the first team and the second team. I have been close to the best and biggest. It made me stronger. I feel I have grown a lot on it. There were some tough periods, but also a lot of good that I have experienced. Being so close to the best in the world is special. I have learned a lot from it. When you are at the highest level, it is not as easy to make friends and that kind of thing. At least not when you are young and come from somewhere else. It can be tough at times. But it has made me stronger and I am very happy and pleased to have experienced it. You live a little of your life outside. You become more left to yourself. It may not be the dressing room culture you are used to from a little closer to home. It is different." When asked how big the difference is between the dressing rooms at Arsenal and Real Madrid, Odegaard replied, "It's quite large, I would say. I think it's a bit like that in the biggest clubs. It gets a little more scattered and all that. I'm very happy where I am now, a very nice dressing room and a good bunch. It's nice and easy to thrive."
If you like the video, like, share and subscribe.